Hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Randesha, or Randy for short, and I make budgeting, planning, and organization videos. If that interests you, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you'll be notified when I upload next. Okay, so in this video, I wanted to do a flip through of this recipe keeper. This is the latest one that they came out with. I forgot when it came out. I don't think it was in this latest spring release. Maybe it was the fall release, but I know this is the latest one. So I just wanted it basically because of the cover. These macaroons was so cute. I actually wanted this to have this cover for February to put in my kitchen for like Valentine's Day. But I'm just now getting my hands on it, so it's okay. I mean, I have the cover now and it'll be up for whenever I want, so February next year. But the cover, this is the front cover, and it has rose gold detailing around the macaroons, and then these are classic. I want to say it's like it's giving me like rose gold, but kind of blush kind of colors for the plastic disc. And then this is the back, just to give you like a little look. It's like a dusty blush pink with white polka dots. Okay. And this is the inside cover. And each of the recipe keepers that I know do come with this like notepad for like this one says market list. I think ones before it have said like shopping list or something like that. But it always comes with this, which is pretty nice. And I just love the warm tones in this recipe keeper. So this is the front cover. And then kitchen conversions. I think this is very handy because, man, if I didn't have our assistant, I don't want to say her name, the assistant by Google, because I don't want to activate her. But if we did not have her, then I mean, I could look this up on my phone as well. But what I'm getting to is this is very handy to put up in your kitchen, maybe on the inside of like one of your cabinets or something for a quick reference, but that's very handy. And this is just gorgeous. It says food is love. So I'm mostly going to be showing you the dividers because this recipe keeper has the same layout for each recipe page. It's just that this section right here, like the details, that color changes. So it's has a space right here for you to put the recipe name, the directions, the cooking directions, the ingredients, and then this gives you space for prep time, cook time, how many people it serves, and then notes down here. And that is double-sided. So again, mostly just going to be showing you the dividers. And this one right here, I love a good black divider or black cover with something cute, like some kind of cute illustration on it. I'm just here for the black. And it says, celebrate life. The secret ingredient is always, let's see, love. Happiness is homemade. Let's gather. And yeah, it just repeats. So that one is super cute. And that tab is for main dishes. And then it goes into the green. Here goes this. It says, there is never enough time. And I dislike time. Oh my gosh. I feel like in every video, I'm always saying something I hate or dislike, but I'm just keeping it real. I do not like time. And yeah, I don't like dressing if it has time in it. So yeah, yeah, yeah. And that people find that, you know, especially in my community, my culture, people find that so interesting that I call it like dressing or stuffing. I mean, it is what it is. It just depends on how I feel, whether I call it stuffing or dressing. Let me know what you guys call it down in the comments. Do you call it stuffing or do you call it dressing? Like, I really want to know. But either way, if it has time in it, I'm not eating it because I just don't like the taste of thyme in dressing. It just drives me crazy. I just like, Basically, all I want in my dressing is for somebody to cook a chicken or a chicken leg, however they do it, and pour that juice into some cornbread, and I'm good. That's it. That's all I want in my stuffing. That's it. It's basically cornbread with some chicken juice. That sounds disgusting, but that's how I like it, plain and simple. So, anyways, yes. Small dishes. Oh, okay. And then it goes into blue. Let's go to the next one, which is soups and salads is the tab. And it says happiness is homemade. I really like this divider. It's really neutral. I feel like this would be good if you didn't care for like the florals in the homebody planner like I don't. This would be good to pop into your homebody. I mean, you would need to cover this up, but yeah. And then I think it's back to pink. Or no, it's pink. The first one was like a peachy orange. So it's that. And then this one, the secret ingredient is always loves. And this one is healthy fare. Okay. And then it's back to the peach. Okay. And this one is breakfast. And this one is dessert. A party without cake is just a meeting by Julia Child. I feel like this one, if you have the what is it? The planner with the dress on it, and it was like a very like party, like happy hostess. There you go. Happy hostess. I feel like this divider would go good in that planner. I feel like that planner is actually more, it's like brighter and stuff, but just the saying, like the quote, I think it would go good in that planner. And then to the blue. Oh, this one is cute. It says miscellaneous on the tab, and it's where there's a whisk, there's a way. This one is super cute. There's rose gold detailing throughout the divider, and it's so cute. Do a little shimmy for you guys. And no rose gold on the back, but it's still cute. And then here is the back cover. And here is the back cover. So now that I flipped through this one, I did want to compare it to the previous recipe keepers because I do have the previous two. I don't know if like how many total Happy Planner has come out with, but I know I've gotten the last 3 that were released. I maybe missed the very first one. And this is the first one that I got. So this may be like the first or second recipe keeper. I feel like it's the second one that came out. But anyways, this is the one that I got. And this is the cover of it. It says cooking with love provides food for the soul. And this is the inside. So I just wanted to show the difference between like if you had this one, whether you needed to pick up the new one, if you're running out of space and all that kind of good stuff, and just basically how they compare. So with that, it looks like, I'm just gonna turn this because this is the one that I keep in my kitchen. So it's actually pretty thick. And so they both have a space for recipes, both have space for ingredients. I must say let me scooch this over. I do like in the new layout that it has ingredients and it has it as a list instead of like this long form paragraph style. I feel like just a list is more natural to read like in a recipe. So I'm glad they made that switch. And preparation section in the old one, and then just directions in the new one. And then they still both have, up here, how many people it serves, and then it still has spaces for notes. But that's like, I feel like the new one is much more simplified because what's not in this new one that was in the old one is a space for main ingredients, difficulty, prep time. Prep time and cook time are both on this new one. So it didn't have main ingredients, difficulty, and temperature, and a little section for you to jot down what to serve this recipe with. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like those were some pretty good sections. And I mean, I don't know why they got rid of them. Maybe, you know, because I mean, I use my cookbook sparingly. So maybe those who actually cook a meal every day um, just find this simple version easier. I don't know, which version do you guys like? If you have these recipe keepers, or you know, just looking at them, which ones do you like? I feel like with the old one, you could have arranged it by the main ingredients. Like you put all your chicken recipes together, all of your beef recipes and stuff like that. And then I don't know about this difficulty section, because I mean, the difficulty could be based on like your experience in the kitchen. What might be easy to somebody may be hard to somebody else. So yeah, they didn't need to keep that one, that little difficulty section, in my opinion. But I mean, if you have little ones that you're trying to teach them how to cook, and you took out all of the easy or low difficulty recipes and made them their own cookbook so that they can start with those recipes, then I mean, there would be a use there for that. And then the temperature, I mean, I that's useful because you could just quickly glance at it and see like what to put the oven on, if that's, you know, if you're baking something, but you're not baking something every single time, I would imagine, in the recipe. And I believe all of these pages have the temperature, so I can see why they got rid of that, because you're not always using the oven when you cook. So that makes sense. And then the serve with, I feel like that could have been a useful place, because I mean, if especially if you have the, what is it, the happy hour sticker book that they came out with, you could have used the section to put like what wines is great with this recipe. So I don't know, but again, I'm just brainstorming. Like if you have pages for that, like I do, you could use up that happy hour sticker book like a mug with this old planner or old recipe keeper. So again, this is the first one. And I did want to show you guys the second or third one. I don't know the order in which they came out, but it's basically this recipe keeper that came out. So let me move this one. So that's the very first one. And then this was the next one that came out after that other one. I took it off of the disc because I wanted to use the disc in a Franken planning planner. So yeah, that's why they're not on disc. But I just wanted to show you guys that this recipe keeper is exactly like this one. Like it has all of the spaces that this one has. So if you picked up this one, then in my opinion, you don't need to pick up this one because it's exactly the same, unless you needed more pages, recipe pages. And if you like the cover, of course. So to each his own. But let me just show you guys. So, well, I'll just move that. So as you can see, it's pretty much exactly the same. I feel like they just moved the people that it serves from right here to over here in the directions. So probably just to give you more space for the ingredients list. So, I mean, which makes sense because, you know, recipes be having a lot of ingredients sometimes. So, yeah, that makes sense. So again, if you bought this, where'd that cover go? If you bought this recipe keeper that came out right before this one, and you still have pages or whatever, then I mean, you're not missing out on much because they're pretty much the same. So unless you just like the aesthetics of this one versus this one, then I mean, go ahead and pick it up. But I like all of the layouts. So yeah, and then as you can see, I'll show you all of the covers. Like again, I display this in my kitchen and I just change out the covers as I feel, but mostly as the seasons go by. So these are the 3 covers. And as you can see, they're pretty different. So I would use this more in like the summertime. And then I wanted to use this one more in like the springtime. And then I wanted to use this one more like fall, winter. So if I could just, if they come out with another one that has more of a fall, winter, then I'll have 4 covers. And at that point, I'll probably stop buying recipe keepers because honestly, I haven't even dented the pages in this one. But again, I mean, this one isn't dated. It's a recipe keeper. So I don't feel bad about buying this one, even though I've hardly used this one, because my plan for this one is, let me grab my phone really quick. This Cook Once, Eat All Week by Cassie Joy Garcia. I am actually going through this cookbook and I actually really enjoyed it. I first came across this book on somebody's channel on YouTube. I can't remember right now, but I kept seeing it over and over. And then, why am I blanking? At Home with Keita did a series, like I don't know how many she did, but I know she did at least one cook with me video using this. Honestly, I didn't watch it because it was an hour long. Sorry, Keita, but I'm sure the video was good, but I just didn't have an hour to watch that video yet. I'm gonna get to it. But anyways, once I saw her doing it and she was saying that it was good, I just went ahead and picked it up because honestly, groceries and cooking is a real problem and like figuring that situation out in my family. So I'm like, this is perfect because we were doing meal prep, but it took hours in the kitchen. So to the point where my back was hurting, my husband's back was hurting, and we was just exhausted. So meal prepping has never been really successful, even though that's the style that I like to do. Whereas my husband likes to cook a hot meal like every day type of thing. So I thought this book was a good compromise. And so far it has been working. So why I picked up this one besides the cover is that I wanted to implement this cookbook into this this recipe keeper. So, I mean, this cookbook breaks down your prepping session to like, it's really simple. It tells you what to do step by step type thing. But I'm finding that the process and like the shopping list can be broken down even further. So I want to take those recipes and put them in here and take the weekly prep and put it in here and make my own notes so that when I come back to it, it'll be even quicker. So if you've like read the book, the recipe book, or if you've watched somebody do it on their channel or whatever, then you understand what I'm talking about. But it's okay if you don't. But again, if you want to see me like put a week's worth of prep from that book in here, then go ahead and hit the like button or leave a comment or hit me up on Instagram and let me know. And I will put that on my content schedule to do that. Otherwise, I'm just going to be doing this off camera. So yeah, so I just want to compare the 3 recipe keepers for you guys to let you know like how they compare and do you need to pick up this one if you already had a previous one and all that good stuff. So yeah, so hit that like button if you like this video and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of my videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.